It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about titles. You don't even have to know my name. I'm an instrument of praise, and no, I'm not ashamed, and I praise him for the rest of my days. For your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio, I'm CJ. For your Olympic sporting news, the IOC opened an investigation Thursday into Lance Armstrong's role in a doping scandal that has already wiped out his 7 Tour de France titles and could cost him his Olympic bronze medal. Sylvia Shink, an anti-corruption expert and former board member of cycling's governing body, told the Associated Press that if cycling leaders want a credible independent investigation about their possible cover-up of Lance Armstrong's doping, they must give the panel sufficient funding and resources. And finally, Australian Olympic Committee President John Coates will propose that future Australian Olympic team members sign a statutory declaration saying they have no doping history in what is called a zero-tolerance policy. Now that disgraced former Penn State assistant Jerry Sandusky is in prison for his child sexual molestation case, former Penn State President Graham Spanier was charged with hushing up child sex abuse complaints against Sandusky, essentially a conspiracy of silence. Spanier was charged with perjury, obstruction, endangering the welfare of children, failure to properly report suspected abuse, and conspiracy. And Tim Curley and Gary Schultz, former administrators already charged with perjury, have been charged with the same aforementioned charges against them as well. Through their lawyers, all profess and maintain their innocence. For your quick news and notes, former Bellator welterweight champion Lyman Good would take another step toward regaining the title when he faces Andrei Koreshkov on November 30th in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, as they will meet in the Season 7 welterweight tournament finals at Bellator 82 at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Former lightweight contender Melvin Gilliard has agreed to face Jamie Varner on December 15th. Evander Holyfield filed a lawsuit Thursday to try to stop the upcoming auction held by Julian's Auction of some of his boxing memorabilia, including an Olympic bronze medal and the gloves he wore to fight Mike Tyson. KV Racing Technology said Tuesday it had signed Simona Del Silvestro, and the 24-year-old Swiss driver will have a 2-car operation for the first time in her 3-year tenure with KV. Tiger Woods cited fatigue as his reason for missing this week's WGC HSBC Champions in Shanghai, an event he decided to skip months ago to partake in corporate commitments in Asia, and also confirmed that his first tournament of 2013 will be the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship. Oklahoma State says the NCAA has granted John Paul Olukemi a waiver that will allow the senior to play this season after it was learned that a junior college class he had taken during his final semester of high school would count against his college eligibility. Iowa State senior guard Chris Babb has been suspended 3 games for violating team rules after Richard Ullman, owner of the mattress manufacturing company Serta International and a member of the Tulane board, donated $15 million toward construction of the $55 million stadium. Tulane says his new campus football facility would be known as Ullman Stadium. Los Angeles Kings forward Dustin Brown has signed with the ZSC Lions in Switzerland. Mike Redmond, who spent the past 2 years managing Class A teams in the Toronto Blue Jays system, was hired by the Miami Marlins to replace Isaac Guillen. Former Major League pitcher Pascual Perez was killed at his home in the Dominican Republic in an apparent robbery. May God rest his soul in peace. Rhode Island's Economic Development Agency on Thursday sued former Red Sox pitcher Curt Schilling and some of his former officials, saying they committed fraud and other acts that misled the state into approving a $75 million loan guarantee to his failed video game company. The Philadelphia Phillies exercised a $5 million option on all-star catcher Carlos Ruiz's contract and declined options on utility man Ty Wigginton and reliever Jose Contreras. And finally, the World Series champion San Francisco Giants are parting ways with R.B. Huff, declining to exercise his $10 million club option Thursday after 2 disappointing seasons. To get your archives of your spiritual sports segment, log on to my innovative blog site, CEEJAYSports.com, and make sure you give me that follow on Twitter at CEEJAYSports, and don't forget to like me on Facebook at CEEJACT. Tune in next time for more updates on your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and have a positive, productive, blessed day, and I leave you with namaste as the divine in me salutes and honors the divine in you.